It's Ikue, step 5, Scorpio. Let me clear my thought. Today is Gemini day. It's about what you think is supported by your boundaries and good discernment. And from that point, you know how to support your life. And your power of thought is real, right? What are you telling? What are you telling to yourself? And so really about setting boundary for yourself. If your mind is start to race, but know that, always the kind thought, right? Choose the thoughts that support you. Choose the thought that are kind to you and more loving. And that's all that that's all you need to do, because a lot of times we are super hard on ourselves, right? So that's the vibe of the day. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Tuesday, October 28th, 2025. And today is a Gemini day and Libra season. Yeah. Let us, hi Mona Lisa, sending vibes, having stressful Tuesday, need more support from feminine. Okay, sounds good. Take care. Ooh, let's ground ourselves. Lots of energies. And I'm also went to bed really late. So that's also the reason. Yeah. Okay, let's put some sacred chakra, not sacred chakras today. Let me collect my energy. Sacred ritual. And again, we don't need to be perfect. I don't need to be perfect, but I just need to be real. And that really helped me take away any judgment, like perfectionism that I have. It's like, it's okay, I'm showing up. So this is sacred ritual, help us kind of, clear and enhance our performance. I need some help with that right now. But I feel good overall. How are you guys feeling on this day? We're very close to Halloween. And I love this shirt. It's nothing to do with Halloween, but it's spill the tea. Spill the tea, because not many people speak their truth. Why are you hiding? What are you afraid of, right? And then as soon as when I speak up my truth, and people are like, oh, she's too much. She's too dramatic. People will say stuff like that, especially for women, right? Like, it's like women pushing women. And I don't like that anymore. So all the women that are around in my life are the people who support me and understand me. And those are like super important and powerful. Okay, I feel better. Let's let's consciously just create some heat. Rub our hands to ground ourselves. Once you feel the energy, let's move your energy. Just be aware of your body and know that our body always trying to protect us. I have like 3 basic points, like the pressure point that I always be mindful for. It's the back of my neck. And this is where I like to call it false authority. The pressure to needing to hold it all together, And I'm a very responsible person, but I am starting to understand the difference between responsibility versus burden. And this is where, when we take on a lot of emotional loads from other people, that becomes a burden rather than the responsibility. And it's just like, commitment is one thing, right? And if you just commit to too many things and, you forgot that you have your body, you have your life. And so it is not selfish thing to say no if you can't, right? You show up if you can, right? So those things, like the back of your neck. And the heart is, especially the autumn season, it's about the lungs. We're all releasing grief, all the times that you were not seen, all the times that you were overlooked, not being heard, or rather misunderstood. All those things are really affect our lungs and our heart. So really be, kind to ourselves. Somebody said yesterday, it's like she was just walking on the street by herself, and suddenly the tear just, start to fall down. And Yeah, that could be the autumn vibe for sure. But maybe we're going through this because, we weren't able to be in that kind of stage when the weather is super good, for example, right? So every season serves purpose. It's not that this is good, this is bad, but we don't need to welcome like okay, let's cry together, but at the same time, when things come out, can we also allow that and to accept that, to let it flow, right? When that sadness is there sitting on your chest and it's like, okay, I see you, I feel you. You don't need to, we don't need to carry this anymore. Let that go, right? Also the hip area, this is where I believe like ancestral trauma stores, lots of fear-based survival mode, fight or flight. If we don't do this, we're gonna get killed or murder or something happens. So those fears are especially stored in our hips, right? So it's very important that, I like to say comforting our ancestors, especially the female one, because they were not allowed to have a voice. Every time they say something, they got punished for it, right? So it's really about, embracing your hip, allowing yourself that you are safe to open your hips, right? Open your chest, open your neck. It's really about, shedding who you are not. And so who you are stays. So that being said, today is a Gemini day. Gemini rules curiosity, think, intellect. But here comes the power, right? It can elevate you, but it can't really depress you. So what can we do to have that elevated mind that support us? So let me read that message for today. Step 5, Scorpio. Let your thoughts serve your truth, not your fear. Today is a Gemini ruled day in Scorpio season, a time where intellect becomes a gateway to transformation. Thought patterns are in the spotlight, not to be overanalyzed, but to be alchemized. Curiosity leads the way, but discernment keeps the channel clean. Yeah, definitely. Let me read that again. Curiosity leads the way, but discernment keeps the channel clean. You may feel your mind bouncing in many directions, seeking answers, wondering why or what if. But notice, are you thinking from truth or looping from fear? Scorpio season teaches us about emotional power and psychic boundaries. Step 5 brings the mental element, meaning you may feel the urge to overthink, strategize, or replay conversation. That's okay. Let the thoughts rise, but don't let them run the show. Instead, let your thought pass through your sacred filters. And that I believe this to be Fascia. Is this thought rooted in my true essence or wounded identity? Does this decision honor my boundaries and energetic capacity? Am I being guided by curiosity or fear of missing out? That's a huge one, right? We're always like, it's like, oh no, I shouldn't miss this. Fear of missing out. You want to take action because you're curious and you sincerely want to join, right? Instead of fear of missing out. This is a day to set mental boundaries, not walls, but filters. Let what nourishes you in and let what drains you go. The truest transformation happens when we realize we don't have to prove, please, or predict. We just have to perceive. We don't have to prove, please, or predict. We just have to perceive. I understand about, I always say no more proving, no more pleasing, right? But predict even, it's like could be assumption, right? We just have to perceive. And fascia is a filter, and fascia is a perceptional organs. Always, receiving information, inspiration, right? It's our job to cleanse the filters of fascia, layers of fascia, so that we can perceive information in the most purest form. And that's why we need to clean our thought. That's why we need to eat better foods and surround yourself with good people so that we can make these filters clean, right? Another thing I noticed that, I'm so excited that Shane from H2 Water is coming to my class. I recommend hydrogen water. I take a bath with it every single night. And it's kind of like my ritual, but I noticed that hydrogen basically really, help us remove the oxidative stress. That's basically what ages us, but also at the same time, this inflammation, all the fire gets trapped in our tissue. It resolves with that power of hydrogen. And I feel like every day I am clearing this filter of fascia. And so I can receive information more correctly. My energy is clean. My energy is filtered. And this filter is working, right, to the max. So perceiving, whatever you're perceiving, allow us to feel safe. It's safe for me to feel this way. It's safe for me to think this way, right? But after that, is that true for me? Is that something that I want to let into my life? Like yesterday, I had this moment that I was shown this person is always twist my narrative because so that maybe this person can stay on top or just take it, like it's basically like pushing other people down so that this person can stay on top or something like that. The power game that I can see right through. And then again, this person was doing this to kind of twist the narrative so that, like inserting this, themselves to just slide it in some negative stuff about me. And I've been shown that there was this surge of anger that came out. And then I had a moment, you know what? I've been doing so much work and shadow work and know that, you know what? This distortion doesn't land on my field anymore. So I remind myself, I had this surge of anger, but I remind myself that this doesn't affect me anymore. So it's almost like energetically it kind of like that energy of siphoning comes and try to hook me energetically in my field. But then my field is so strong now that I'm working on my boundaries. So it's kind of like it doesn't land, it slipped off. And then this person's energy not being able to hook that. And so what happens when that happens? It's that energy bounces right back to them. Or I could resolve it into Mother Earth. So if I sound cuckoo, it's okay. You can take it as a grain of salt. But I had a moment that I could feel the energy comes trying to tether me and siphon me. But then I said, no more. I don't do that. I have worked on myself. I don't need to observe this because I'm worthy, right? I stay true to myself. So what happened was that energy bounced back right away. Because it's not mine to carry. So just like that, I think there's a lot of times every day that people kind of just give me this look or the energy because of the projection and jealousy. And then it's like, no, I am in charge of this and you don't get to say that. I understand your perception, but this is what I'm going to do. And this is what the team is going to do because I'm in charge, right? So it's really about boundaries, not just the physical boundaries, but it's really about the energetic one, psychic one. And if you really start paying attention to without bypassing them or without, it's like I feel it, but I'm not gonna face them. And I think that's when you kind of just, people are able to siphon and tether you. So it's just like really acknowledge this emotions, but I don't need to engage. I don't need to observe this because it's not mine to carry. So something that, yeah, the thoughts are powerful, right? They don't mean to kind of cast a shadow, they don't mean to necessarily to be maliciously trying to attack us or something like that. But I think it happens, psychic war, that's exactly what's happening in the world on power dynamics. But on the individual level, I think it's also happening. So how can you protect yourself, protect your field? Not out of fear, but out of power. And that means when something happens, you don't need to micromanage or overly control to protect yourself. But I really feel that difference between controlling versus commanding. You get to command. It's like, I am worthy. I am enough. I don't need this. I don't deserve this. So hence, I don't need to take on this. So let us really set that power to choose, power to choose what kind of energy, what kind of thought can go into your field or not, right? Sometimes those thoughts came from our wounded identity or came from people's wounded identity. But if it's others, then it's not mine to carry, right? If it's coming from our wounded identity, like for example, little things like that, my neck seized up when it's cold, yes, but also when I'm bracing for life or needing to hold this weight for other people. And that has been my pattern. So now I learned that I catch myself and it's like, no, this is not mine to carry. I no longer need to carry this for other people. And so it's really about resigning yourself, right? I no longer need to do this. Like body, remember, and teaching your body, we don't need to do this. Our body is for joy. Our life is for joy. That's what I really want to keep embodying and keep deepening so that I can get to the point where nothing really shakes me, right? Because I am rooted on Mother Earth. I'm not stabilizing it for other people anymore using my body because my body is for me. So really about claiming that sovereignty, and that's the word when it all comes down to, I do believe. Yeah. You bring more peace than the average person who's in the matrix. Thank you, Kylie. Yes, peace. Libra vibe, inner peace, inner balance, inner beauty. Yeah, totally, right? But then that could trigger other people, you know what I mean? Because I am peaceful because I work on myself. So people try to challenge them. Okay, let's shake up Ikue, overwhelm Ikue, right? But it's like, I do get, there's a moment that I get overwhelmed. But at the same time, like I'm just, if it's costing my mental health, it is costing my physical health, my body, then I don't think anything really matters anymore. There's a lot of places or things, people that I have cared, but it came to a point where, my mind trying to challenge me, right? This could happen again. And then my thing is that, if that may be coming from my wounded identity or wounded part of myself, but it's like, you know what? If that happens, let them. And came to a point really, I don't care. I'm just going to live my life, right? So maybe I'm not free completely, but I'm learning, right? I am learning to choose myself every single moment. Yeah, thank you, Kelly. You have a peaceful vibrancy. Yes, that's what I like to emit to the world, instead of the stressed, stagnant energy. And people with those energy see me with that curious eyes or like jealousy projection because they can't see what I see. My field is clean. I work on it, right? So I don't need to, I release the need to over-explain myself to those people for not even there, and it's okay. So do you know about vertigo or feeling like passing out from stress? Oh my God, Kelly, is that how you're feeling? There was a time that I definitely experienced vertigo. Yeah, and I'm like, what is going on? You know, your world is definitely spinning, right? It's a lot to do with the compression of fascia, definitely, and you just being so hard on yourself. So dehydration and compression of fascia is basically the root cause of everything, and stress is compressing you, right? So I have some video to start with on my YouTube, Ikue Dancer, getting started with Fascial Universe, and I have like creating this Fascial Universe directory by me. So yeah, everybody can learn, and if they want personal assistance, and of course I do private sessions as well. But really about, yeah, like, you know, helping yourself, hydrating yourself, silica minerals and vitamins. I also have hydration guide as well. Yeah, some days it can feel horrible, maybe premenopausal at 39. You know what? You don't need to be like that at all. You don't need to be like that at all. It's time for you to take care of yourself. Reduce your inflammation. Hydrate your fascia. Move your fascia. And yeah, those things are super important. Yeah. If you're new to Human Garage and Fashion Universe, like, start joining my Instagram live class Monday at 4 p.m. PST. If you can't join live, I do post recording on my YouTube. And I already did for that classes yesterday. So yeah, if you can check out and stop moving fascia, stop taking care of yourself. Also, in terms of like some, you know, pressure off from our head, yeah, I have some videos for that. I call it non-surgical facelift, and lots of like ear pull, right? And as you pull your ear, you're also relaxing your head, but also helping you relax and release your neck as well. So movement is the answer. Sending you so much love. Okay, let's finish with right hand on your heart, left hand on the top of your head. Let's quickly create that perfect harmony. I always say this. Let's just have this perfect inner peace, inner balance, and inner beauty in you. All parts of you are seen, such as your mind, your ego, your brain, your inner child, your body, fascia, heart, and anywhere that needs extra attention, extra love from you, right? Or symptoms. Talk to your body, talk to your symptoms. And let's just include all parts of ourselves. Imagine all parts of you are seen, felt, heard, cared, nurtured, loved by you. Your inner peace is more important than your outer peace, right? There are two ways to keep your peace. Either you keep your peace inside, even no one's understands you, no one's, like, people are attacking you, but you choose your peace. Or you choose peace outside, you, between you and outer world. So then that means to be a people pleaser or suppressing your voice. But I don't do that anymore. My peace is for me. My inner peace is more important than outer peace. I speak my truth with kindness, and I know the universe will take care of me. I am enough. I am safe. I am kind. I'm protected. I'm guided. My presence is enough. And I am worthy of perfect health, perfect love, amazing relationships that respect me, and amazing opportunities. I love myself. I choose myself. I am lovable. My body's for joy. My life is for joy. My thoughts are kind to me. I always choose kindness. I don't need to be perfect, but I'm going to choose myself. I'm going to love myself. I choose my body, and choose myself. And just feel everything. That felt really good, really helped me ground it. Yeah, let us start the day. You may already in the evening, wherever you are tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in, sending you guys so much love. Look at this, my heart is getting better and better. New gen heart. Anyways, I will see you guys back tomorrow. And let's share what you have learned today. And Halloween is coming, so veil between spirituality and that reality, physical world is very thin. So you get to connect with our ancestors much more easily. And so it's time for us to maybe make some amends with our ancestors who's been maybe overly protective about us. And stopping us from doing something, something bold. And we are working together, right? You can't just push ancestors away, but also you can sit that powerful shield. It's like, no, I'm not going this way. My body's for joy. But just showing some appreciation for the motherland and your ancestors. Don't forget where we come from, right? So sending you so much love. Bye, Donnell. Bye, everybody. Take care.